The on-screen friendship and chemistry often doesn't translate to off-screen, and Sex and the City leading stars are the very proof of it. The cult favorite franchise focuses on woman empowerment and ladies sticking up for one another, which will seem a little ironic after we tell you the real-life relationship of Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall is miles apart from their respective on-screen characters. The beef between the two is long, but nonetheless quite interesting. Hope you can keep up. October 2017, Kim Cattrall broke the internet when she shared her brutally honest experience with Sarah Jessica Parker. She didn't shy away from telling Piers Morgan life stories that the pair had indeed a toxic relationship.
It feels like a toxic relationship.
Well, they're all basically blaming you for ruining everybody's fun. There can't be any more Sex and the City because you have killed Samantha.
I haven't killed Samantha. I have released Samantha. I just wish that Sarah had been nicer.
This was shocking to many. After all, the actors starred together in the long-running series comprising 6 seasons as well as 2 feature films between 1998 to 2010. How could that be? Even Sarah said that she couldn't imagine it coming from Kim. Apparently, it was very heartbreaking for her.
What was your reaction to Kim Cattrall telling Piers Morgan that you were never friends, just colleagues?
Just heartbroken. I mean, that whole week, you and I spoke about it endlessly because I was just, I don't know, I found it very upsetting because that's not the way I recall our experience. So it's sad, but I'm kind of, I don't know. I always think that what ties us together is this singular experience. It was a professional experience, but it became personal because it was years and years of our lives.
So who was right? Well, it's hard to tell, honestly. The show's loyalists and people living in Hollywood gossip knew the feud was finally unfolding on social media, but was brewing under the surface for years. Oh, and it was very messy. Sex and the City finally came to an end in 2004. Despite running successfully, fans were appalled by the abrupt halt and were left wondering for answers. One New York Post article in 2017 titled "Inside the Mean Girl Culture That Destroyed SATC" stated that Kim was left isolated when SJP, Kristen, and Cynthia formed a clique against her. Another report in The Telegraph argued that Sarah and Kim fell out over money when SJP was given an executive producer title in the second season, which increased her salary to $300K. Upon finding out, Kim apparently tried to negotiate for a higher salary, but this didn't go well for her, as apparently the other lead actresses it did. The trouble continued on the set of the first Sex and the City movie as well, as in 2009 article in New York Magazine said Sarah and Kim were no longer speaking and fought on petty things like costumes. Yeah, it was that bad. However, things seem to have cooled down during the second movie. Both actresses straight up denied in interviews that the feud even existed in the first place. Alright, well, fast forward a few years, the third SATC movie was in pre-production. Everyone was super excited, of course. Sarah said it was a great storyline, fans were looking forward to it, but unfortunately the movie never saw the light of day. Parker confirmed it by saying, and I quote, "It's over," she said, "I'm disappointed. We had this beautiful, funny, heartbreaking, joyful, very relatable script and story." And guess who got blamed for all of this? Well, Kim Cattrall, obviously. According to the Daily Mail, she wanted Warner Bros. To produce other movies she had in development, and she wouldn't sign up for the project. Kim denied this by writing on Twitter, quote, "Woke up to a Mail Online S-storm," she tweeted. "The only demand I ever made was that I didn't want to do a third film, and that was back in 2016. Cattrall also remarked publicly that her plotline in the third film was that the character would receive non-consensual explicit images of Brady, Miranda's underage son, which she didn't agree with creatively, so she took a stand for her character. Good for her.
For me, I feel that the most important thing is always, do we have something left to say? Because I think at my age, which I am grateful for, which I am still learning, embracing, is time. And how do I want to spend the time? Do I want to spend it doing something that I've explored to the fullest and let that go and continue with something? Do I want to come back and revisit it? I think it's about the story. If there's something more to say, and I'm not a writer, and I don't work at a studio, so for me, yes, financially it would be fantastic for all of us, but I'm really about content and where is it going to take me?
It was the same year her explosive interview came with Piers Morgan. She quoted, and I quote, "We've never been friends, we've been colleagues, and in some ways that's a very healthy place to be, as you have a clear line between your professional life and your personal too. This seems alright. Let's just say that this was the calm before the storm. Things went downhill in 2018 following the death of Kim's brother, Chris Cattrall. When Sarah Jessica Parker offered her condolences online, Kim couldn't keep it in. She finally called out Sarah openly on her Instagram profile for being cruel to her all along. She wrote, quote, "My mom asked me today, when will that at Sarah Jessica Parker, that hypocrite, leave you alone? Your continuous reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Let me make this very clear, if I haven't already. You're not my family, you're not my friend, so I'm writing you to tell you one last time to stop exploiting our tragedy in order to restore your nice gal persona." Okay, whoa, those were some strong words. You heard Kim's side of the story, here's Sarah's.
Was every day perfect? Were people always desperately, hopelessly in love with each other? No, but this is a family of people who needed each other, relied upon each other, and loved each other. And this sort of narrative, this ongoing catfight, it really used to really, not even irk, it really upset me. To suggest that I'm behaving poorly or not treating somebody well.
That's not you.
It's like, it's not even like it's not me. It's so anathema that it would drive me bananas.
All these big claims about being a family, and then Parker returned yet again to play as Carrie Bradshaw alongside Cynthia Nixon and Kristen Davis in HBO's spin-off series And Just Like That, and Cattrall, as expected, was absent in her role as the sexually adventurous publicist Samantha Jones. Parker said she would not be happy for Kim Cattrall to return to the world of Sex and the City, as, and I quote, "there's just too much public history of feelings on her part that she's shared." The actor also told Variety that Cattrall was just never asked to return in And Just Like That, as, quote, "we have to hear her and listen to her and what was important to her." Which is kind of true, because Cattrall also hinted she didn't join the spinoff because she was done for good with the show and her character, but to fans' delight, Cattrall did return to a role as Samantha for a brief scene in the finale of And Just Like That Season 2. However, this doesn't mean any reconciliation. Oh no, Cattrall filmed the cameo without seeing any of her former co-stars in a separate garage. And this means the feud and the word war will never end between the duo. But whose side are you on? Don't forget to tell us in the comment section below. Hope you liked the video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting celebrity news. See you soon.